Now, obviously, it's impossible not to talk about all the events off the field that happened. A clearly emotional CAF president, Patrice Motsepe, today, he held a press conference in Yaounde to address what happened, saying his federation would launch an investigation with some ideas already about what took place. Let's remind ourselves about what he said.
What happened yesterday in terms of the proximity of people being allowed to the stadium in a manner that is not properly coordinated and governed will never happen again. Should not happen again. I went to see where the people lost their lives. I went there this morning, and you see it's a gate for inexplicable reasons. It was closed. If that gate was opened as it was supposed to, we wouldn't have had this problem we have now, this loss of life. So, of course, as part of the hearing, we want to know, but who closed that gate? Who's responsible for that gate?
So very interesting words there, Simon. You were at the grounds when everything unfolded. What do you make of the response from CAF? And how does it paint the image of the tournament going forward?
It was a very sober, very emotional response by Patrice Motsepe in particular. You could see the sadness and the disappointment on his face as he made that address, and he promised to have immediate reaction, an immediate inquiry which should yield its findings on Friday. The AFCON organising executive committee to host that meeting and to host the findings. He said that it was inexplicable, that it was of course unacceptable that fans who wanted to attend a football game went to the football game and were then in a situation where they would get seriously hurt or lose their lives, of course. He touched upon this closed gate, but I think there was a major omission on behalf of CAF, who aren't aware or perhaps chose not to raise the issue, is that the Cameroonian authorities, in a bid to fill up the stadiums, have actually been giving out free tickets to people once the game has started so they can attend the match. Now, we were inside the ground unaware that anything had happened, but people were still streaming in 15 to 20 minutes later. Now, what that does is essentially encourage plenty of hopeful fans who don't have the money necessarily to buy a ticket to go to the stadium and to hope to get in as one of these lucky people to enter a stadium. Now, it is a gesture of goodwill. Unfortunately, it does lead to massive accumulations of players and crowds who are there all focused in very limited access points to the stadium. So perhaps that is going to be something in the findings. In terms of an overlaying shadow on the tournament, there was a minute's silence before the games. That will continue in the coming games, but of course we still have to wait and see the findings. The tournament goes on, football goes on. Patrice Motsepe was very clear that nothing would stop this Africa Cup of Nations, even when the question was put to him that mothers had lost their sons, classmates had lost their friends. Was it still the right time to hold the Africa Cup of Nations, this festival of football? And the answer was that for now and for the foreseeable future, yes.
Well, we'll look at those investigation results when they come